All right, everybody. We are here with Victor Salcedo, Coach Casey Donalfo, and Max Eddinghausen of the Tufts University men's lacrosse team. Great win out there for you today. Coach, just general thoughts on the game?
Great game. Again, we had a couple moments where, we weren't doing some things that we were supposed to be doing, but besides that, I thought the guys took care of business on both ends of the field. Thought Gettysburg was a really good team. They have some really good players. We know those guys pretty well. Going through the recruiting process with a lot of them, and thought our defense really stepped up and did a great job. Thought Vic did a great job at the face-off X. Thought Max did a great job on the attack unit. Fifth straight trip to the Final Four. Pretty unprecedented for the program. So really proud of our guys, and looking forward to the next game.
We'll get right into it, I guess. Right off the bat, Regnery 2 goals. How does that shape the way you look at the rest of the game? To get those 2 goals right away.
I think we knew that we wanted to try and attack them in transition, so it was great to be able to get those 2 goals and kind of affirm that that's what we were trying to do. They did a great job in settled defense, so it was great that we had the opportunity to attack both in man up and in transition. I think it was good. It's sort of like, hey, all right, we know what we're doing here. We know what's going to work, so we just tried to go back to that as much as we could.
Vic, great job at the dot today. 9 for 11 on the face-offs. Just what were you seeing out there from the Bullets?
They're a strong unit. We're used to seeing like 1 or 2 guys at most when we're playing. They had a pretty strong, good group of guys. They had 3 guys out there, so a bit of adjustment for us, but I think our wings helped us out a lot. That was huge and helped us, both me and Parker, have a good day.
And then Max, question for you. Crazy, huge day for you. 6 goals to your name. What were you seeing out there on attack?
Yeah, the ball was just moving around on offense. We were also pushing in transition, and that's something that I like to play in. So it's just a testament to our guys, pushing the ball and getting the attack unit and the midi guys shots. So
you guys mentioned transition, all 3 of you now. I think that you guys did a great job through the first half of transitioning, but then the second half, Gettysburg seemed to kind of just create more chaos. How did you respond to that out there?
Just trying to make sure that we're making easy passes, making the right looks. I think there were a couple times where we took some shots that were a little bit too deep or tried to force some passes that we don't normally throw. It was definitely a good job by Gettysburg, but also, I think that we could have done a better job with our decision making in the second and third quarter in transition.
We'll stay on that third quarter here. Defensively, no goals allowed in that period. What kind of changes did you make coming out of halftime that kind of slowed down the Bullets?
No real changes. I just think I think we have a great defensive unit. I think those guys really locked in. They kind of got used to, what Gettysburg was trying to throw at them in the first half. And, I think Connor was phenomenal in the net today. Just 11 saves and was seeing everything really well. So, I think the defense was giving up shots that, Connor could see really well. And so he just did a great job in what we expected him to do.
And then one more for you guys on the wings. As both upperclassmen, what's it feel like to be back here again, to be back in the Final Four for yet another year? And what are you telling the younger guys who maybe haven't been here as often or even at all before?
I can start. Just enjoy the moment. It's definitely very challenging to get here. So just enjoy the moment. Soak it all in.
Yeah, no, just try and stay calm. Been here before. We have our mission focus and we got to get on to it.
All right, that's all I've got. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.